See, one thing I enjoy is how they always try to take the most prominent, powerful, effective generals, warriors that we have in our history, and they try to manipulate it and Europeanize it because then it gives them some level of culture to themselves, even though they've had to adopt and pretty much steal virtually everything that they claim to be their own. So with Hannibal Barca being a Carthaginian, a North African, not a European, you really have to stretch a lie to say that Hannibal Barca was a European.
Can you imagine? I can't even imagine taking an elephant down the block and hearing that a general takes elephants over a mountain range is absolutely almost unheard of today. But this is the kind of thing that we should expect Africans to be able to do.
Europeans could not deal with those African elephants. For a long time, Europeans couldn't train African elephants. So Hannibal couldn't have been a European dealing with those African elephants. In fact, they had training camps for those elephants in Africa that they would train in ancient Africa. In fact, when it comes to African elephants, the first time the European got African elephants in captivity was in the 1860s when they brought over Jumbo and had him in the Ringling Brothers Circus. And that was a real big deal to them because it was the first time they had an African elephant that they could train. So, and then Walt Disney did the Dumbo movie based on Jumbo. So that was a big thing, getting an African elephant. So they definitely did not deal with those African elephants back then.
Weaponizing animals is something very specific because, for instance, with the elephant, the elephant having heavy, thick skin, also being very knowledgeable and having a long memory, a long, well-standing memory of its own environment or other environments that it was in from a very young age, they would use the elephant. They would put shields on the front, on the top, and they would have that as what we know today as the tank. That came from the elephant, the actual hide, its body, its tusk, everything. If you look at a tank, you see the way it's shaped. It looks like a elongated snout of a elephant.
After the hikes,